A very warm welcome to this video. My name is Gaurav Madan, and in this video I'm going to demonstrate to you LetSlotio, how LetSlotio functions and how it is better than any other lead gen tool in the entire planet. So what you see on your screen is a slot machine, and this slot machine is made with the help of LetSlotio. So you could see that as soon as the person loads up the page, so the slot machine is going to come up with a very nice and cool effect, all right, giving them a feel of a casino. And then they would be asked to put their email ID and play the slot machine. All right, so that's what the real concept is. And let me show you at the back end what's exactly happening in LetSlotio dashboard. So when you go to LetSlotio dashboard, this is your campaign. This is how it looks. So you'll have your total campaigns, your stats in terms of reviews, the number of opt-in leads you have collected, and your conversion rate. So what you do is, as soon as you go there, you could go ahead and create a slot machine campaign. So once you are here, you could give a name to the campaign. So let's say LetSlotio demo campaign. So this is our demo campaign, let's assume. So we have pop-ups. That's what we are going to use for a basic account. Let's go further, and we have an option here. We could choose that we want to position as left, right, or center as on our website. So next, what we can do is we could use a separate background for the body section and the title section, or we could use a complete single background section. So I like the single background section more than the full background section. The split background section. So either you could use a solid color, you could just select out of any color you want as per your branding, or you could select an image just like an image which we have selected right here. So I'll go ahead and select a image. So I'll choose from the library. So you could see I've done the library and my background is loaded. So now once you've done this, you could also select an overlay. What kind of overlay you want. Do you want no overlay? It would look like complete part, or you want a little overlay on top of your background. So I suggest you should have an overlay, because then the slot machine would really reflect and really grab attention of the user. So now what you can do is you could just, for the sake of the demo, I'll just take the preloaded set description. You could actually craft your own description as per your campaign. All right. So here we go. We have want to try your luck, stand a free chance to win one of my products for free. Now what you have, another thing is you could now customize your form, and we are not just limited to an email which is depicted on this particular part, but rather we could actually go ahead and we could just have like text, email, URL, or drop down. We could have anything in our form, whatever we want to collect, and that was going to be really helpful. So for example, let's say email, and it's a required, and you say it's an email field, so that we could just verify it. That is an email. Then we could go ahead and also say if you want to have a drop down, or you want to have a text field with a part which is name. Okay, so you could just say that it's required or not. You could actually do that. Okay, so now as soon as you go ahead, you could also enable terms and privacy conditions or not. It's up to you whether you would like to have that or not. So for now, we'll skip the email part. Okay, so now this is pretty good with regard to GDPR. If you are anywhere between GDPR, you're aware of that. It does require us to have a explicit consent from people to send them marketing emails. So that means this tool is 100% GDPR compliant, right? And once you do that, you could enable or disable. Then you could have an option where it says the call to action. You could say role, or you could say anything else if you want to have something else here as a call to action. You could select the color of your call to action, post that. So we could just say, let's select a blue color. Now we have a very nice thing. We also have a disclaimer part. You could actually add a disclaimer to this. All right, so that you are pretty much explicit in what you're giving away and whatever rules you may have for the slot machine. So you can easily do that. So next in, we have a snow effect. We also have an animation which is zoom in effect. So you could have like the snow effect here, which makes it look really, really classy and amazing. And you can also enable a spinning sound, so that as soon as the person puts their email ID, you'll be actually able to go ahead and here up there would be a spinning sound for the slot machine, which really, really grabs their attention. So next thing which you could do is you could actually have scarcity elements to make sure you get maximum conversions on your slot machine campaigns. So you could either have a countdown timer and say that the slot machine lucky draw is valid only till X and X time, or you could actually have a scarcity bar, meaning that these many prizes have been already claimed. I particularly like the slot machine, and this is really nice. So what we can do is we could go ahead and now we could have a range here, that this is the range we can configure. You could see that. Okay, let's say this is 50 to 71. So this range is pretty smart. So that means every time a person comes, or if the same person comes twice, he would be shown different range. So he would be shown a next percentage level, wherein it would say that more people have already claimed the prize. So let's just say you could make the let's say this is a range. So let's say 70% people already claimed the giveaway. So you can write this and you could make it underline or anything else you want to do. So now you could make the text color highlight. So you could see 41% people, if I just toggle the preview mode, and it says 41% people already claimed the giveaway. You can see right beneath here, we have a mobile preview and we have a standard desktop preview here, which is pretty cool because you'll be able to see your entire thing. Also, what we can do is we could have a kind of a little bar. So for this I would take a yellow bar because that would be pretty much visible, and then I could go ahead and now customize my slots. So you could see now these are the slots which we are talking about, 1, 2 and 3. So we could customize this as per our liking, and let's just go here. So we have either we could use images in place of the labels, or we could just use simple text. Okay, so anything would do. And for example, in this particular slot machine, I'm using predominantly text instead of images. But any square image you can actually use inside of a slot machine and make it look like exact slot machines are. Okay, if you really if you really does not feel that the text is doing the justice. So you could go ahead and use images, all right, instead, and you could then choose or upload from the library, upload or choose from the library of the icons which will be providing you. So now once you've done this, you could, well, for the sake of simplicity, we'll just make it pretty simpler. Let's just make it faster. So I'll use just the text, and then I'll just I could easily go and say and then I could say, so let's say, so I have now a couple of things here which you can see immediately done. So you could say free product, free product, free product in all of them. And then you could even provide a coupon. If you are an e-com store, this is huge because you could actually give them certain percentage off, and those customers coming to your e-com store would be instantly turned into your customers. Or you could even use this into Shopify checkout pages. As soon as the person hovers over and goes onto the exit intent, you show them a coupon code and reclaim them back, which will eventually give you more sales. You also have a case study on the page, sales page, which you can look over, and one of our users did exactly same and did great amount of sales. So now once you've done this free product, so you could actually decide the winning probability. So I'm going to make it like 100% to winning probability to this. I actually could go ahead and you could set the probability what exactly you want to have, and also what you can do is you could customize if somebody wins that particular free product, what do you want to showcase after that on the screen. So it's like, woot, you won, it's there for you all free, claim access for your SMM course, right? And then you could redirect the person in a new tab. You could close the pop-up. You could copy the value of a coupon and then close the pop-up. You could copy the coupon code and then redirect them to a URL. Okay, so this is what you can do. These are all the actions types inside the slots. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have my URL there. Okay, as soon as the person close away, let's just go ahead and redirect to a new URL. So that's what we have. The next thing which we have with us is we have an option which have where we want to trigger this particular campaign. So now what you can do is you could add multiple URLs where you want to actually go ahead and trigger the campaign. For example, I want to trigger my web on my website, so I could just put the URL of my website, and wherever I put on the page where I place my pixel, my campaign would trigger up. All right, so that's how it really works. Your URL where you want to actually showcase your campaign, you can actually go ahead and you can now select how do you want the campaign to trigger. How do you want your LetSlotio slot machine to trigger onto the website? So either you could select from page load. As soon as the page loads, your campaign would come up, or you could select like, or you could actually do have it on an exit intent, which I just mentioned that you could actually go to Shopify stores and use it on checkout pages or whatnot. As soon as the user leaves the this part, which is goes towards this area, which is towards closing the tab, the campaign will be showcased to him immediately. So next thing which we have is we also have on mobile. Do you want to show this on mobile or do you want to have on page load? So you could choose between the two. So once you've done that, you could actually go ahead and enable the integrations. So we have tons of integrations available here. I could show you that we have a lot of integrations available which can be done with the help of LetSlotio. That's a whole lot of services like Aweber, Infusionsoft, ActiveCampaign, GetResponse, MailChimp, whatnot. We have webinar softwares. We have Shopify deep integration, wherein it would also work on your checkout pages. And we also have full contact Zapier and Usign and Buffer segment app integration. So next thing which you can do is you could enable the integrations, and you could have all the integrations which you have done would come, and you could pass the data from your LetSlotio campaigns to your autoresponders or webinar platforms or wherever you deem it necessary. So once you've done that, our campaign is ready to be showcased, and you could just go ahead and say save. Once you've saved your campaigns, your LetSlotio campaigns would be ready to be deployed on your website and act as lead generation mafias, giving you the highest conversion rate ever you have imagined. So let us see how exactly a campaign works. We'll just put our email ID and we'll say let's roll. Uh-oh. So we could see that we've missed one spin, so we'll say again. Uh-oh. So let's roll again. So now we have you could see that, we have one, and this is how your LetSlotio campaigns would really be working on your websites, giving you email IDs 24/7 on autopilot. I hope you loved LetSlotio just like us, and we hope to see you on the other side.